All right, real quick before you watch the video, I cut off a lot because this video is going to be like 15 minutes long, so the editing is really jilted and sloppy. Sorry about that. If you want the longer one, just let me know in the comments below. Separating the expanded universe from the main Star Wars canon was, according to some nerds, just like drinking Mountain Dew out of the Holy Grail. It's sacrilegious. But at OVP, we don't dwell on the past without seeing how it will affect the future. So here are, just like the title says, 5 things from the Star Wars legends that we're looking forward to in the new canon. Now be warned, there may be some spoilers if you are still reading through Star Wars Legends, and there are certainly a couple of little spoilers available for The Force Awakens in here. So enjoy. Grand Admiral Thrawn, he came from out in, the unknown regions, okay? Now that's where the First Order happens to have come from. If you had watched my video from a couple weeks ago, you would know that. So, it's simple enough to integrate him directly into that, Now, I'm not saying that he should be a part of the main canon, he shouldn't be part of episodes 8 and 9, but he should have his own separate story. The Hand of Thrawn duology was some of the best books I ever read, not even just best Star Wars books, but just best books. What you do, you set it 5 years after Return of the Jedi, have, him come out of nowhere and start wrecking people like he normally does. You can get around the fact that you don't have Luke and Leia and Han in it because they can't realistically be at the center of every conflict in the galaxy, okay? Galaxies are big places, okay? And the fact that these 3 main characters would happen to show up for this, it's unnecessary, So it'd be simple enough, just set it 5 years after Return of the Jedi. At the end of it, spoiler alert, Thrawn loses because that's the way the Star Wars universe works. Bad guys lose even though they're super cool. Have him be like, okay, fine. Y'all win, whatever. The rest of the Imperial fleet goes back into the unknown regions, regroups with the First Order. Bam, neat little bow tie on top of that. And speaking of Thrawn, that leads us into the next one. Thrawn had known that the Yuuzhan Vong were coming. In fact, his people refer to them as the Far Outsiders. So all you got to do, way to fit this in there, is at the end of the Thrawn movies, you just have Thrawn after he surrenders. He's like, just so you know, something greater's coming, some great evil that y'all won't be able to stop. And instead of having Luke, Leia, and Han run around trying to stop them, what you could do is have, Rey, Finn, and Poe take them on. Obviously, if they're still alive at the end of the 9th movie, Luke and Leia and whoever will be able to help them. But this would be a great way for them to have their own new challenge. It's easy enough to have Luke be married right now. If anyone finds out, Leia would just be like, I didn't know. I haven't seen him in 30 years. How could I know that? The only thing that we learned about Luke in The Force Awakens was that he disappeared after the fall of the New Jedi Order. This could mean any 100 number of things. Maybe he went into hiding because he was trying to protect his wife and son. Maybe he found her while he was running away and the two decided to, get together. Maybe, very similar to her storyline in the comics, in the books, she was sent to kill him, but eventually found that, he's a pretty handsome dude. Best part is, you don't even have to have a new movie for her. Just slip her right there in the current franchise and let the magic happen. Now, this one had a specific timeline. It was after Thrawn, but before the Yuuzhan Vong invasion. So, since it is so heavy on the young Luke, and Leia shows up too, it might be a little bit harder to do. So what I propose, instead of going through all that, is to make Snoke the new emperor. Just say like, oh, this is him. And in the comics, he even says that the dark side energies that he uses cause his bodies to decay rapidly. So imagine, Snoke is ugly. He's clearly gotten messed up somehow. Probably from using too much dark side energy over the years. And now you may be wondering, why not just use Palpatine as his name? Well, it's because he knew that if he started up this whole new organization with the name of Palpatine, people would be like, oh, we need to go kill him right now because he spent 20 years just being a butthole to the galaxy. So he used Snoke. Who's Snoke? Who's that guy? I never heard of him. Have you? No, you haven't. This one is actually pretty easy too. Just like Mara Jade, just weave her right into the story right now. Make her rule alongside Snoke / Palpatine. Even if you don't go with the Palpatine role, just make her rule beside Snoke. It would be perfect. Rey would see what she would become if she were to fall to the dark side, and it would also provide a good little callback to how Luke in Return of the Jedi realized, like, oh no, if I embrace this power, then I'm going to fall to the dark side. I'm going to be like Vader. It also provides a parallel to Mara Jade, who, you know, if I got control of the movies, would also be in it, because she could see, like, okay, these are two women, same background. They both went in different paths. Mara Jade chose the light side, and Lumia chose the dark side. So there you have it. There's just 5 things that we want to see in the new Star Wars canon. What about you? What do you want to see? Do you want to see Lobaka? Do you want to see the, what was it, the Shadow Academy? Want to see stuff like that? Comment below. Let us know if you did like it. If you didn't like it, just still like it, please. I mean, I'm a genius. Everyone needs to hear what I have to say about Star Wars, but I can't do that without people sharing the video. Thank you for watching. Bye.